Hello, friends. As sellers, we're almost always thinking about our products, about our companies, about who we are going to sell, etc. etc. However, in today's video, we'll talk about why customers buy. If they don't buy, we're not able to sell. So it's like a mirror image of each other, right? And if you're able to understand and appreciate the reasons why customers buy from us, I think it'll become a little more simpler for us, a little more straightforward for us to be able to sell. So, if you're able to look at some of the core reasons why customers buy, we would see that they can be broadly categorized into two areas. One, there is the logical reasoning, and then there's the emotional reasoning. What are the logical reasons? Fairly straightforward, isn't it? Customers look at benefits, customers look at function, feature, technicalities, specifications, and there are customers who are heavily focused on that. And therefore, when we are talking or reaching out to these customers, we need to ensure that the customers get all that they're looking at in terms of the benefits, the functionalities. Uh, they would come out with specific RFPs, and as sellers, we are able to comply to these. So if you're selling, say, a turbine or a generator or a software, more often than not, it's the logical reasoning which is there. So if you're selling a business automation software, we should not just be talking about the specifics of the feature functionalities, but we should also be talking about how it will save time for them as a customer, because ultimately it is a productivity software, right? So that's so far as the logical reasons are concerned. But it becomes a lot more complicated when we're talking about the emotional reasons. And there could be plenty. Purchase decisions are really not as straightforward. It's not always that the best product always wins in the market, right? So there are a whole bunch of these emotional reasons which drive. I'll talk about six of these emotional reasons which triggers or forms the core of a customer's purchase. More often than not, it will not be a one standalone reason why they will buy. However, there will be an amalgamation of multiple of these reasons which will come into play when there is a purchase. So let's talk about the emotional reasons. A, it could be authority or leadership. A typical sign would be when you go and speak to the customer, he'll talk about how they are a leader in their play. We are the number one media company. We are the fastest growing manufacturing company in the country. We are the ones who are always looking at the best available solutions in the market. For such customers who are constantly reinforcing their authority and leadership, it's important that you convey how your company is amongst the best. Talk about the analyst report, talk about statistics, talk about data on how you are leader and you helping other companies which are leaders in their play. So that there is a strong connection with the customer that look, you are leader, we are the best guys who are able to align with each other to be able to deliver a solution, right? B, acknowledgement, approval. There are customers or individuals who are constantly on the web, on the social media sites, constantly seeking out approvals, right? They are, on an average, a Gen Z or a Gen X person would be spending almost 20, uh, 20 to 24 times he will be actually on the opening up his social media sites every hour to be able to get acknowledgement. How many Facebook likes I've got, how many Insta likes I've got, and so on and so forth. And such customers are constantly striving for approval. If you look at a lot of these apparel companies, cosmetic companies, they constantly addressing that need for acknowledgement and those releases of oxytocins and dopamines and to be able to address a customer requirement. So if you are in that business, in similar businesses which addresses that requirement of acknowledgement, go ahead and address it in a very proactive way. The third reason could be fear. And we've been hearing terms like FOMO, the fear of losing out or missing out. So such terms have become increasingly active. There are customers who are constantly looking for solutions which helps them retain what they have, whether it's the beauty, whether it's the hair, whether it's pride, and so on and so forth. You look at the hair oils, the ads, you look at the soaps, anti-aging creams, and so on and so forth. And it's not just in a B2C space, in a B2B space as well. If I'm a leader in my play, I could be very wary about the number two in the industry, and how I might just miss out the leadership position in the next 3 to 5 years if I'm not able to, or if I'm not implementing certain solutions. Say, if I don't go ahead with digital transformation solutions in the next 6 months or so, I might just miss out uh, on retaining the market share which I have currently in the next 1 year or so. So that sort of fear comes into play when there are purchase decisions being made. Fourth, guilt could be another such driver which customers are driven by when they are making purchases. So, what do you mean by guilt? If we as individuals, for example, are earning a fair bit of money and we're not able to contribute to the lesser in the society, if we are able to, not really help them as individuals, and that guilt which a lot of us would have, that look, I'm earning and living such a good life, however there are so many people and I should be doing something for them, and that guilt comes into play in certain areas of selling. A lot of charity organizations are seeking out for donations, etc., driving on that behavior of guilt. Or if you're sort of used to overeating, if you're not really focusing on our health, and we are feeling guilty about it, there are companies who would want to sort of cater on that part of our behaviors to be able to sell their products and services. Fifth, a sense of purpose. So what happens if you are in a business of selling pan masalas or cigarettes, liquor? We've heard of so many ads. I mean, how do you sell? You can't sell on function features. For something that inherently is harmful for us. So living a better life, making things better, do good. There are a lot of these statements which essentially talk about a certain purpose, or how the brand uh, associates itself with a certain purpose, and which caters to an individual's sort of pride, a motivation that individuals have, and addresses to that part of the requirement. So again, it's very important for such customers to be able to understand and address that need for purpose. Important to share why you are in that business of what you're selling, and it's not just very transactional there. It's much more deeper in terms of why you are in that business, so that the customers are able to relate to it, whether it's doing something good for the humanity, for a certain section of the society, and so on and so forth. So for customers, a sense of purpose is also a key driver when they're making certain decisions. And lastly, relationships. I think that's again a very important piece. And I'm not just talking about customer relationships. I'm talking about relationships with the peer group, with the families, with friends, and so on and so forth. You see so many of these advertisements of soft drinks during a Diwali festival, or some of the shopping sites where a family gets together, or car ads that you might see where the whole family is sort of getting together and making a purchase or going out together, etc. So they sort of such companies or such organizations cater to the need for relationships, and that itself is a big driver. And one should be looking out for areas of behaviors in your customer segments, which are essentially looking for those bonds, those relationships, and are able to address their packaging to be able to for you to purchase. I hope, friends, this was useful, and look forward to your feedback, look forward to your comments, so that I'm able to make such videos more relevant for you. And happy selling for now. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel and share a like. Thanks, and bye for now.